HYDROSTOP EU Alpha Hybrid 25 is a wet-on-wet, cold-applied liquid waterproofing system which is fully reinforced with a polyester fabric. The system consists of a base coat of liquid, fabric reinforcement and a second or top coat of liquid. The minimum coverage rate for smooth surfaces is 2 litres per square metre. Be aware, however, that up to 30% more product may be required on surfaces that are textured, such as mineral felt and asphalt. Proper preparation of the surface before applying AH25, and in some cases the use of a primer, will ensure that optimum coverage rates are achieved. For more detailed information, please refer to our installation guidelines. Our technical services department are always happy to answer questions regarding specific projects. Always stir product well with a mechanical mixer before applying. Best coverage rates are achieved when the product is applied at optimum viscosity. This occurs naturally between 12 and 30 degrees centigrade. In extremely cold conditions, optimum viscosity can be maintained by adding a small amount of white spirits and stirring well. AH25 liquid waterproofing's wet-on-wet application makes it cost-effective and quick to install. We recommend that all detail work is done first before proceeding with the field area. For a vent pipe, the solid section of fabric needs to cover the pipe at a distance of 150 mm from the deck upwards. Roll the fabric into a cigar shape with a diameter of roughly 30 mm. Mark 150 mm from one edge with a pencil. Make 2 cuts on opposite sides of the cigar shape from the opposite edge up to the pencil mark. Unroll the fabric and observe a number of fingers, all of equal width and length, ending with a solid 150 mm section of fabric. Now take a square of fabric and mark the circumference of the vent pipe by rubbing it over the pipe. Cut along the circumference. Coat the pipe to a distance of just over 150 mm from the deck and coat on the area around the pipe. Place the finger cut piece of fabric around the pipe so that the solid section overlaps itself by 50 mm and the fingers are evenly splayed onto the deck. Make sure that there is enough coating on the fabric beneath the lap. Apply a second coat of liquid and place the second piece of fabric over the pipe and onto the fingers. Set both pieces of fabric with brush and gloved hand. For an outlet, roll the fabric into a cigar shape with a diameter of roughly 30 mm. Mark 50 mm from one edge with a pencil. Make 2 cuts on opposite sides of the cigar shape from the opposite edge up to the pencil mark. Unroll the fabric and observe a number of fingers, all of equal width and length. The first piece of fabric needs to penetrate at least 50 mm from the surface down into the pipe. Now take a square of fabric and mark the circumference of the outlet by rubbing it over the outlet. Fold the fabric along the diameter of the marked circumference and make a number of cuts from the middle of the diameter to the edge of the circumference. Unfold the fabric and observe a star cut. Coat around the inside of the outlet to a depth of just over 50 mm and coat on the area around the outlet. Insert the first piece of the finger cut fabric into the outlet so that the solid section overlaps by 50 mm and the fingers are evenly splayed onto the deck. Make sure that there is enough coating on the fabric beneath the lap. Apply a second coat of liquid and place the second star cut piece of fabric over the outlet and press down the rays of the star into the outlet. Set both pieces of fabric with brush and gloved hand. UPSTAND detail. Apply a base coat of liquid. Use 250 mm wide fabric and make sure that the fabric covers the UPSTAND at least 150 mm up from the deck. Set the fabric into the base coat using a brush and gloved hand. Firmly embed the fabric into the base coat, making sure there is no air trapped beneath the fabric and that there are no creases in it. Apply the second coat of liquid. When proceeding with the field area, run the 1 meter wide fabric along the edge of the deck at the UPSTAND, lapping onto the detailed fabric. All corners should be double reinforced with fabric. Use 250 mm fabric and cut into a square by folding a corner down to the opposite edge. Now fold the square 2 times and cut along one of the folds. Coat the corner with liquid. Fold the pre-cut fabric to match the corner profile and place into the corner. Firmly embed with brush and gloved hand, making sure that the lower fold of fabric has a layer of coating on it before embedding the upper fold onto it. Bed the pre-cut fabric around the corner using a brush and gloved hand so that the solid section of fabric lies on the deck around the corner and the 2 other sections lie against the vertical surfaces on either side of the corner's vertical edge. Set the fabric into the base coat using a brush and gloved hand. Mark a crease in the fabric at the corner. Cut from the opposite edge to the base of the crease. Set the fabric into the base coat, overlapping the fabric on the deck. Make sure there is enough coating on the fabric beneath the lap. Firmly embed the fabric using a brush and gloved hand. Apply a second coat of liquid. When proceeding with the field area, run the 1 meter wide fabric along the edge of the deck at the UPSTAND, lapping onto the detail fabric. Apply the fabric up to the edge of the corner and cut along this line. Take the fabric around the corner. Firmly embed the fabric into the base coat, making sure there is no air trapped beneath the fabric and that there are no creases in it. Apply the second coat of liquid. Drip edge detail. Use 250 mm fabric and lay along the perimeter. Coating, fabric, coating. Place the trim onto the wet coating and fix mechanically in place. Lay the field area, 1000 mm fabric, up to the horizontal edge of the trim. Coating, fabric, coating. Before proceeding with the field area, use 250 mm wide fabric to lay the perimeter detail. Coating, fabric, coating. Joint details. Using 150 mm fabric across all joins in the deck surface. Coating, fabric, coating. Line up the 1 meter wide fabric roll with the edge of the deck, overlapping the existing detail work. Care should be taken to line up the fabric roll so that a straight edge can be achieved for the length of the pass. Apply a base coat. Use the brush with a prodding motion to firmly embed the fabric. Fold back the outer section of fabric and apply a base coat up to the perimeter. Fold back and embed the fabric using the brush. Apply a base coat of liquid. Use the brush to roll back the fabric over the base layer. Tension the fabric slightly to ensure there are no creases in it. Place 1 foot on the fabric roll to keep it in place. Once satisfied that the fabric is correctly embedded and there is no air trapped below the fabric, immediately apply the second coat of liquid, working with the brush to achieve an even finish. For an outlet, mark the circumference of the outlet by rubbing it over the outlet. Cut along the circumference. Coating, fabric coating. When laying the field area over a vent pipe, pull the fabric over the vent to get an approximate position of the hole. Cut around the circumference and trim as required. If necessary, an additional patch of fabric can be used to complete the detail. Alternatively, for extended or covered vent pipes, cut the 1 meter wide fabric approximately 100 mm past the pipe. Cut a U-shape around the pipe and lay the fabric. Do the same on the other side of the pipe and continue with the field area. An additional patch of fabric can be used to complete the detail. Alpha Hybrid 25 is water repellent on application. Drying time is approximately 2 hours depending on ambient conditions. Full cure is reached in 5 days. HYDROSTOP EU Alpha Hybrid 25, the new generation of liquid waterproofing.